What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. I got a little bit of extra for you. It is Kenny Omega Day, August 17th, 2022. I am JD from New York, as always, coming to you from the OTS Beer Garden. Thank you guys so very much for joining me on your Wednesday afternoons, wherever you may be. Kenny Omega rumored to be coming back tonight to AEW television on Dynamite, the start of the Trios tournament. We will be talking about it live tonight on YouTube, so make sure you guys join us after Dynamite is over. But today, I got some news for you. WWE apparently is in the midst of contract tampering with a major AEW name. Now that Triple H is in charge of talent relations and WWE creative, he seems to be overstepping his boundaries and looking to get some former talent back in the company. We'll talk about that major story today on Off the Script. Also, we have news on Johnny Gargano, an exclusive from bodyslam.net in regards to Johnny Gargano. News that I think everybody pretty much is in the know about, but now it's out there. Now it's confirmed. We now know what he wants to do. Johnny Gargano is very much open to working with WWE once again. And Sasha Banks robbed in Oakland. Her car was broken into in Oakland. Is she all right? We'll talk about it. I got the video for you right here on Off the Script. And Rhodes will be back on television, just not the Rhodes that you are thinking about. So all this plus so much more right here on OTS Extra. Follow me on social media at JdfromNY206. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Make sure you guys check the links down below in the description and follow me all across social media. I will be live tweeting tonight during AEW Dynamite, and I usually do all week long during all of the weekly programs. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Channel memberships are still 50% off. Make sure you guys go and join the VIP club right here on OTS. And I need 1,000 likes minimum on today's OTS Extra. WWE reportedly reaches out to a current AEW star who is under contract with All Elite Wrestling. WWE meddling in some contract tampering with some AEW talent. Now, Triple H, as you guys know, head of talent relations, head of creative, he's not been shy about bringing former talent back, and he's looking to even ramp up the motives to get talent back and ramp up the rosters for whatever he has planned for the rest of the year. He wants that former talent back. He wants talent on the show to carry out his vision of what WWE and the product should be. Karrion Kross, Scarlett, B-Fab, Dakota Kai, all of Hit Row, excluding Swerve Strickland, have been brought back by Triple H. Dexter Lumis as well. In recent weeks, we've seen them on Raw and on SmackDown. Fightful Select reported today that a source close to AEW told them that a notable AEW talent under contract with the promotion reported to AEW management that WWE reached out to them about coming back to World Wrestling Entertainment. This talent made it clear that they were happy with AEW and wanted the higher-ups to know about this. The performer added that they didn't have a desire to leave the promotion. Now, the claim was that a member of WWE's talent relations department contacted the wrestler, and a source indicated they'd be referred the call to their representation instead of speaking directly. Sources familiar with the situation told Fightful that there was no mistake. This performer was already under a full-time contract. Now, what I find funny is that the talent made it clear that they were happy with AEW, and they wanted the higher-ups to know about this. So clearly, he is very, very loyal and dedicated to what he's got going on. Very thankful to AEW, and he brought this to the higher-ups. He brought this to management, Tony Khan, possibly, and let them know what was going on. The performer added that they didn't have a desire to leave the promotion at all, especially right now. The claim was that a member of WWE's talent relations department contacted the wrestler. So I don't want to point blame here, but if somebody is on the talent relations side or in the talent relations department, a move like that and a risk like that is not being taken by somebody in the department on their own. Nobody in the department is going to go call Tony Khan and go call AEW or go call the talent and check in on them and see how they're doing unless they were told to do so. This motive and this reaching out to the talent came from above. And who's above? Who's the only one that's going to be able to make that decision and tell people, hey, I need you to do this. Hey, I want you to go call that one. Hey, I want you to go scout that one. As head of talent relations, this all falls on the lap of Paul Levesque. Does not really make Paul Levesque look good as far as, everything, how to do things right is concerned. It does make him a little cutthroat. Obviously, he's very serious about what he wants to do with WWE television. Obviously, he wants to rectify a lot of the wrongs done by Vince McMahon and Bruce Prichard, but I don't know if reaching out to talent or telling others for you to go reach out to current contracted talent in AEW is the right way to go about it. It only is going to come back to you and really make you, I guess, look bad or paint you in a bad light. I don't know if that's the right way to go about it. Who the performer is, I don't know. The claim was that a member of the talent relations team reached out to the wrestler, and a source indicated that they'd referred the call to their representation instead of speaking directly to them. So I don't even know who this talent is. I mean, you could come up with a plethora of names about who this talent is. It could be anybody from Adam Cole. It's got to be a major name. Maybe Adam Cole, possibly Keith Lee. We just saw Hit Row show back up on WWE television. Maybe Triple H is reaching out to Swerve to see what he is doing and what he's up to and what his contract is like, and maybe wants him back on WWE television, possibly leading Hit Row. Hey, I got the guys back together. I got the group back together. What's your status? What's going on? When's your contract up? Let's go over there, which would be fucked up. Swerve is very happy. Swerve has made it very known that he's happy in AEW. Swerve is very happy teaming with Keith Lee. I find it funny how everybody's like, oh, Swerve is being buried or Swerve is not being treated as good in AEW as he would under Triple H. He was fired. It has nothing to do with Swerve. It's nothing about this is Swerve's fault. WWE let him go. Vince let him go. Bruce let him go. Triple H didn't let him go. He only did what he felt was right. I got to go find work. I'm a talented motherfucker. I'm going to go and join AEW. I'm going to show everybody that they're missing out. That's exactly what he did. Tag team champion. Great tag team. Maybe it's Swerve. Adam Cole, Swerve, Keith Lee could possibly be Keith Lee as well. We don't know. Could be anybody that was under Triple H. That was fired by Vince McMahon and not given the opportunity to shine when they absolutely should have been given that opportunity and everything about it. I don't know. It's not a good look. It's not a good look for Triple H. But, I will say this. It's not a good look for Triple H, but it really shows you how he wants to really make all this work. His vision, how much he believes in his vision. I do get that, and I understand that. But going about it this way is not the right thing. Seriously. Now, what is Tony Khan going to do to retaliate? Is Tony Khan going to get angry? Is he going to go on a rant on Twitter? Probably not. If I'm Tony Khan, I'm looking at this and I'm laughing. WWE in his eyes is probably desperate. Hey, I got your talent. Not my fucking fault. Your father-in-law is a fucking demented old senile fuck. I am doing what I got to do over here. Your loss is my gain. If I'm Tony Khan, I'm not saying anything. If I'm Tony Khan, I'm letting my actions speak for me and what I think. You want to tamper with my fucking talent? You want to reach out to my talent and see what they got going on, thinking that they may not be happy over there, thinking that they'll have a better time over there with you instead of with me. So if I'm Tony Khan, A, I'm putting on a fucking absolutely kick-ass dynamite show tonight. 2, I'm taking whoever this talent is and I'm going to shove it in WWE's face. And I'm going to push him just a little bit harder and give him a little bit more they give them a little bit more spotlight now that they're really, really sought after by Paul Levesque. I'm letting my actions, if I'm Tony Khan, speak for me instead of going out there and making this a public thing and making this into something that it should not be. Leave it on the lap of Triple H. Leave it on the lap of talent relations in WWE. You want to show how desperate you are? I'm going to do what I got to do over here, and I'm going to put on the fucking best couple of months of television now that I got my roster back, and I'm going to show you that I'm not somebody to fuck with. So I find this to be very funny, but again, it could be anybody. Malachi, could be Andrade, could be anybody. We don't know. Any one of those top-tier talents that was working on the Triple H, that was let go, not given a fair shot, now on AEW's roster, it could be anybody. So let me know what you guys think about that story. I found that to be very, very interesting that a notable talent was reached out to by WWE to see what their status was because Triple H wants them back. Speaking of talent, Johnny Gargano is interested. I'm sure you guys already knew this. It's on everybody's mouth, on everybody's mind. Johnny Gargano interested in returning to the WWE. Cassidy Haynes of Bodyslam.net reports that Gargano is very much open to a WWE return now that Triple H is in charge of creative and is interested in talking to him to see how things would be changing. The report noted that Gargano was not a fan of the WWE schedule, especially now that he's a father, but the overarching factor for him to leave in the first place and him walking away in the first place was dissatisfaction with his position and direction with no set plan for how he would be used. Now, I know NXT and the mainstays in NXT, the old guard in NXT, wanted to keep Johnny Gargano. I don't know what Vince or Bruce or Nick Khan or John Laurinaitis, when he was there, what they all thought of Johnny Gargano and how valuable Johnny Gargano was to the WWE brand on NXT. I don't think they really cared. So one way or another, Johnny Gargano would have been released, fired. He would have been on the roster and not really used, dissatisfied, unhappy. He probably would have eventually let his contract walk no matter what. Now that we're hearing about dissatisfaction with the schedule and position direction of him and no plan for him and no idea what he'd be doing, now all of this is starting to come out and into the general public as far as Johnny Gargano is concerned. This is not news. This is not new information. We all knew this then, and now we know it confirmed for now. Haynes added in the report that Gargano has also been in talks, not only with WWE, but he's been in talks with AEW. So that is very interesting because there were a couple of instances where we thought that Johnny Gargano would already be in AEW. He is not. So right now, Johnny Gargano looks like the smartest guy in all of free agency because now he's got AEW who wants him. Tony Khan wants him. Tony Khan would relish in taking another heart and soul of NXT and putting him on AEW's roster, which I think would be great. I think Johnny would be fantastic in AEW. But Johnny Gargano is the winner in all this because now he waited it out. He didn't sign with somebody immediately. Now he's looking at Triple H wanting him. Now he's looking at Tony Khan wanting him for very different reasons. Tony Khan wants Johnny Gargano because Johnny Gargano is one of the best pro wrestlers on the planet. And Johnny Gargano fits with AEW style. Johnny Gargano also is wanted by AEW because Tony Khan would love to take another piece of Triple H's NXT. I know it. He would find great enjoyment in that, and he would use him well, I believe. Triple H wants him because he wants to right the wrongs. He loves Johnny Gargano. He saw Ciampa and Gargano as mirror images of what Shawn Michaels himself was when they were in their prime. They built NXT, the heart and soul of black and gold. The heart and soul of NXT was Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, and Triple H and Shawn Michaels lived vicariously through both of these men. And Johnny Gargano, with the current vision of Triple H, he would fit like a glove in Triple H's era on Raw or on SmackDown, and he would be better off for it now than he ever had been if Vince McMahon was there. But he's the smartest man in all of free agency right now. One of them, anyway. Because now Tony Khan wants him, now Triple H wants him. He could command any type of money he wants. He could go to the highest bidder. But now the dissatisfaction with the schedule. Johnny Gargano is very happy with where he is right now. He just had a kid. Candice and him just had a kid. What is more valuable to him? Is Triple H going to give him a lax schedule? Is Triple H going to bring him in and have him on the road every week? He's going to have to be on the road. The vision of Triple H is not going to stop with Johnny Gargano being at home. Can't do that. Is he going to opt with AEW and have 1 or 2 days on the road and home the rest of the time? It's going to be a very interesting situation right now. He's going to be tugged at both ends here. Obviously, Triple H wants him back, and he loves Triple H. But the schedule, and now being a father, that is going to come into play and probably be the most interesting aspect of all this, the most important aspect for Johnny Gargano. While under the leadership of Triple H, Gargano and Ciampa were pushed as the top 2 guys on the brand for a long time. Both wrestlers captured the NXT Championship. Ciampa is getting right now a bigger push on Monday Night Raw than he ever had imagined, with Triple H in charge and now Vince McMahon not being there, obviously. Gargano departed from WWE last December with Candice LeRae ahead of the birth of their first child. He has not wrestled since then, but has made convention appearances here and there. Very interesting, man. I don't know. I'm keeping to my guns. I'm saying Johnny Gargano ends up back with WWE, but AEW's got a show in Cleveland, and that's another date to look out for. And I know Tony Khan would love to add Johnny Gargano to the roster and have him debut in Cleveland in front of that audience. So it's going to be very interesting when and where Johnny Gargano pops up. And he's already said he will be back. He just doesn't know when. Brandi Rhodes. Oh, my goodness. This is not the Rhodes that you guys were hoping for, I know. Brandi Rhodes may be back on WWE TV soon. PW Insider reports that Rhodes wrestled during an in-house live event last Friday. The in-house events are done to give developmental talent more reps so they can improve their in-ring work. Rhodes is currently not listed on the NXT roster, but her return to the ring is a step forward for her because she's noted in the past that she wanted to wrestle more and has been working hard on improving her in-ring work. That's respected. That's respectable for Brandi Rhodes. It's good. And she's learning under the WWE management tree there, the talent that is in that performance center. She's probably better off where she is now than she ever was. So it's going to be interesting what she learns. The flip side about that is if she isn't as good coming out of this as she was in AEW with who was training her over there, I mean, I think we've reached the end of the fucking line with Brandi Rhodes. I mean, enough is enough. If she can't grasp what she needs to do in that ring with the talent that is in that performance center now, and if she's not better coming out of this thing compared to where she was, I think wrestling is something that she needs to put on the fucking back burner and never revisit again. But I'm saying it is respectable that she continues to want to do this and learn and improve her in-ring work. But there is a good side and a bad side to this. The last time Rhodes wrestled was in January for AEW in a match against Kylan King, who will be in action tonight against Toni Storm. No word yet on when she might appear on NXT or even if it's main roster TV. Fightful reported last April that there were conversations about Rhodes getting an on-screen role in WWE, and it was unclear at the time if that meant that she would be wrestling or doing something else. It's possible that any plans they may have had at the time once her husband was on TV possibly changed. Obviously, Cody Rhodes suffered that torn pec injury right before Hell in a Cell. To me, if she wants to wrestle, you go and kick ass and you do what you got to do. But like I said, if it doesn't work out, I think it's time we move on from this. But I always found that Brandi Rhodes and her role was so much better with her in Cody's corner and her being that catalyst to Cody Rhodes. I honestly think they could be a great power couple on TV if presented in the right way, and I do think that Paul Levesque could get them there. But I don't know if anybody is really interested in seeing Brandi on television. I don't. It didn't have a good feeling to it. It had a bad vibe to it. There was a bad stigma that came along with it. It may have had 1 or 2 weeks shelf life, and then, she to me, she doesn't carry herself the right way. I don't think people legitimately want to see Brandi Rhodes on television. Everybody, I believe, I can't speak for everybody else, but it may be, I feel like Brandi's trying to make a name off of her husband for herself, and people see right through that. It's going to be very difficult for her to prove the doubters wrong. It really is. The Cody-Brandi dynamic was great. Cody is great. Brandi riding the coattails of Cody isn't something that I think people really are invested in. So it's going to be very interesting to see what Brandi Rhodes does as far as her in-ring for WWE, if it even gets to that point. She's training right now. It may not even materialize into anything, but I'll tell you right now, I don't think people are interested in seeing Brandi Rhodes on television. And Sasha Banks, this is a sad story, man. She seemed to laugh it off, which I'll show you in a second. Sasha Banks noted on Instagram via her IG stories that someone broke into her car while she was in Oakland, California. Banks was in the state to appear on the red carpet for the She-Hulk movie. She posted photos and she posted
5 minutes in Oakland. Just 5 minutes.
Now, it appears that the back window was the only thing that was destroyed and nothing of real value was stolen. Somebody had only stolen some of the hair products that she was using to get ready for the red carpet for this She-Hulk movie. She does not live in Oakland. She was wearing her nice Boston Red Sox cap representing Boston and Oakland. The car is not hers. It was likely a rental. Banks did post also surveillance video of the person breaking into the car. So if anybody has any information that's following Sasha Banks, obviously you guys know what to do with that. But, you know, I wonder, I said this yesterday live on my NXT stream, I wonder if this person knew who Sasha Banks was and if that was Sasha Banks' car or rental car. And he thought, hey, let me make an attempt to break this shit in. Maybe she's got something of value, maybe some ring gear, a title belt, or something along those lines. I don't know. Maybe this person possibly knew that this was Sasha Banks' vehicle, or maybe this person didn't know it was Sasha Banks at all, and Oakland is just a fucking scummy city to live in that I know is very high in crime rate, and this is just a run-of-the-mill, everyday activity in Oakland, California. I don't know. For all we know, you know, this guy is a degenerate, and that's what usually happens in Oakland. But at the end of the day, I'm just glad that Sasha Banks is all right, and nobody on her team and herself was not hurt. So hopefully we will see Sasha Banks. Rumor is that she'll be back at the end of this tournament, WWE Women's Tag Team Tournament. So we will see what happens with that. But all signs are pointing that Sasha Banks will be back on WWE television. Guys, thank you so very much for this extra today. If you enjoyed the video, let me know what you think down below with a comment. Hit that thumbs up. I will be live tonight with Jesse, AEW Dynamite, Big Show, Trios Tournament, Moxley, Punk, Kenny Omega, possible return. Lots of stuff going on. We will talk about it all tonight live from the OTS Beer Garden right here on OTS. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, 1,000 likes minimum. Hit that subscribe button down below. And please follow me on social media at JdfromNY206, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Guys, I'll see you live tonight for Dynamite. And it should be rocking and rolling right here on Off the Script. I'll see you guys later.